Hello everyone and welcome back to Ghost of Tabor. There's been a few updates since you guys were last here with me. Some bits and things are fixed. I now have level 2 of several different shops. And I've been playing around with a lot of the weapons. The downside of that is that I am flat broke. Because 12 grand for a sight. The most expensive gun I can buy is about 40 grand, and I bought 4 of them. So now we are out hunting for cash. We got 20k today, and we're gonna try and build up to higher. Yeah, sell the water. I might regret that later, but...
So when you go to radius, are you gonna do the single life stuff?
More or less. So the mode that I have it set for now is not the single life that I had the first time around. So where I died at the end of the last stream is where all of my stuff still is. I have to go and get it, bring it back home, and then I'll be going for 1 life into the radius. With how I play, that could last anywhere from several minutes to days.
But when you last died, you were at the last boss.
Ah, we have started a new run. That was the last stream.
Oh, okay.
So we've got a 1911, 3 magazines, a backpack, and a dream. I could sell my night vision collection, but at some point I do want to take that into the missile silo with a group. Bit rate's looking a bit funky, but we've got no drops yet. The gods are kind to us. If we have to go all out, that's a pretty good gun to be going all out with. Of course, knowing when I need to switch to it is going to be the issue with that. Because fights tend to be short and brutal. Ooh, better helmets. I know that the high cut is supposedly higher level, but... that was an explosion.
final stage. There you go.
Drop one. Drop two. I think that was just the bot. Who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
I'm gonna need to clear this area pretty sharpish. Right, for starters.
Bob, what are you doing over here, buddy? Why are you here?
Probably burned most of a Stanag magazine in that. And we don't have a spare yet. Door one is closed. So is door two. So likely nobody home. Time to save the rifle bullets for when they count. So we're gonna gently close the door so that hopefully if somebody just walks up, they're not gonna realize that we're here. So many Glock magazines, not enough Glocks. All right.
Right, Bob.
Time to escape. So that door's unopened. There's still dudes wandering around on the top floor. Odds are pretty good no one's looted this yet. Yeah, one in the stairwell. And of course, the one outside. The longer we can keep this quiet, the better our chances of doing this safely. For that reason, I'm going to leave the M16 behind. Just stick with what I got on my person. So I can keep my gun hand free for the pistol. Let's do the basement first. If we die, we die. Basement's not a good position. With that, I am putting myself in a disadvantageous position.
Definitely use the high ground.
Mm-hmm. My playstyle definitely works best from on top.
So you are a high.
I knew it was coming when I opened my mouth.
Not getting better. I will give you a freebie for that one.
I don't have enough light to tell which of the magazines is my pistol mags. So we'll hit the highlight areas first.
Fluxes are a complicated species to have flying around, aren't they?
They're not complicated at all. If you do not belong to their biome, they will attack you.
Not
It's
really
so
that.
easy.
It's more the having them as pets.
Oh, yeah, that's different.
Cause like honestly, the game needs an update for pad controller sometimes.
We'll come back for that floor. This floor is the one with most likely to have the good goodies. Or is it up one more? I get so confused going down to the basement and up back up. Nope, that's the one. Never rush a shot unless you have to.
Remember, no rushing. Koala Berries is asking what VR headset you use.
We're here on the Index. At the time, it was the very best that you could get in VR, and arguably still is today. Ooh. Yes, please. The hand tracking itself is the major feature that I go for on the Index. I can accurately engage out to distances of about 600 meters. And then beyond that, the miss pattern matches what I encounter in real life. And I think that's about the fairest you can say of any VR headset tracking.
Follow-up question of how would the Rift S perform?
One of my friends does play this on Rift S. You'll probably get 90% of the same experience I do. You'll just struggle a little bit more with the longer range stuff. Somebody's coming to investigate where all the noise is. Which means that we just lost some luxury. That was unfortunate. That mag's full. PC fan. Here in the apocalypse, people pay top dollar for computer parts. The 3090s go for 30 grand.
Oh, nice. Oh, it is a PC fan. Okay.
Lightwolf is the apocalypse IT scout.
If you tell me what it looks like, odds are 50-50 that I'll be able to accurately find it. The bot trudging away in the corridor is actually very reassuring. Suddenly, it became paramount that we get home safe. Those quad nods are enough to finance, give or take, 60 runs. Normally I don't bother looting this room because I feel very exposed in it. I'm glad that I did this time. Double check the fire selector position. Our exit's the fisherman's hut. Good a chance as any to observe the courtyard. For the record, when I'm talking about struggling on long range stuff, I'm not talking about this or even as far as the road or maybe even past that. Your Rift S will struggle with magnified optics and the tracking thing will become too imprecise at ranges of about 250 meters for practical usage. You might feel some oddness before then, but that's when it starts becoming bad. So really, 90% of the game, just fine. Each one of these Glocks that we've managed to bring home is an enhanced start to another run. Instead of a 1911, we get more than double the magazine capacity and spare magazines to boot. And let's get out of here. cough has the potential to be a problem. It's surprisingly loud. But I don't have any water, I don't think. And I'm more eager to be out of here. No water. Let's get going. Okay, good sign. Still NPCs inside. Bad sign, doors are open. Storm this thing right quick and let's get out of here. People wasteful, just leaving Glocks on the ground and stuff.
I'm curious to know what you're gonna sell that PC fan for.
Well, first things first, I'm going to drink some water so I can stop listening to the cough. I'm kind of curious how the quad nods behave, so I'll put them on before I sell them. $930. Equivalent to two 1911s. Oh, that's nice. I know this probably just looks a little bit painful for you guys, but for me, as far as night vision goes, I've got full peripherals. Everything's behaving as it should. I've got good definition, even if it is a little bit washed out. and even the
Not bad.
and the light spots are pretty good. I might keep these instead of selling them. They'll go in there for now. You better not be searching for a raid. Alright, time to start refreshing the wall of Glock. We'll put this guy down for now. I hope it didn't disconnect me and that it won't delete all of the things I just gained. That only happened once, but it was painful. Especially since it didn't tell me that I had disconnected, it just did this, searching for a raid constantly. Which I'm not sure is in your field of view. It is. It might be most sensible to take out the good gear that we just gained then. That way we're more or less guaranteed that it will stay with us. So long as I survive.
Did you see koala berries as a method?
Is you using super sampling? That I don't know. I will say that as the price of VR stuff comes further and further down, I think it probably behooves people to start looking at upgrades. With the cost of the Pico 4 so low and the Quest 2 competing for the same market point, I think it's time to start looking at upgrades. Granted, not everyone can afford that. Lord knows I'm not in a position to get a new VR headset tomorrow. But if you can, the upgrade's probably going to be worth it.
Stuff for
As long as the shop is still working, I'm fairly certain that we're safe as far as losing our gear. Keep the grenade. You never know when you want that as a potential tool. How many Glock mags is too many Glock mags?
I think you're about approaching that amount. Let's see, koala berries, because on Rift S you can increase pixels per eye up to 200%, depending on your PC.
Now, I am less familiar with the tech specs of the Rift S than its more common cousins, especially since they stopped supporting it. But I believe that you have a pretty hard limit on your hardware as far as what it can actually display. You can super sample and it will increase the definition to you a little bit, but it's not like it's adding more pixels to the screens than the screens are capable of producing.
Proud of you, Mike, for learning from me.
Thank you, thank you. I tried to pay attention. Sometimes. That's, if I'm remembering my computer parts correctly, that is some very hefty computer hardware for someone with a Rift. You can probably super sample to your heart's desire and see what it will do for you. But I think you'll probably get better upgrades from just upgrading your headset, I'm sorry to say. Okay, I need more 556. Now, okay. Apparently these magazines were very low, so I'm glad that we reloaded them. I think what I'm going to do is go into the next raid with just the rifle. That's 545. What am I doing? 556. Another thing which I think is underappreciated for how much of an impact it has on visual clarity and such is hertz. I have a 120 hertz monitor here in my index. I believe the Rift S can go no higher than 75 or 90. That does influence visual smoothness a lot. Way more than you would think, especially if you're just going from flat screen. I always thought that like hertz number go up more pretty on flat screen, but in VR you feel the difference. And now the Quest 2 and I believe the Pico and the rest are at kind of 90 hertz minimum. Okay, I don't like this area as much, but we'll make do with it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sneak into the tower, and then we will ambush predate for a minute. This is a very popular zone, so I generally don't like to be here too long. But it's what the dice gave us. Okay, somebody out there with a sniper rifle. And he's firing fast enough, it sounds like a Barrett. That's hilariously bad news for us.
Sounds like you need to go take him out and take his gun and extract.
That is also capable of one-shotting us. It's also, I think, the rarest gun in-game. And you can only buy it at the highest trader level. So it's likely wielded by someone who knows how to use it. Which kind of changes up the dynamic of how I'm going to be moving for the rest of this run. You hear that? I think I'm going to risk going upstairs. It exposes us from a lot of angles. But I'll take being able to see around for... Oh crap, I'm being shot with a suppressed rifle from somewhere and I don't know where. So the thing that really sucks about that is that there's only 2 ways out of this building, and the dude knows that I am here definitely. So he was shooting me from the base of the stairs. Really, I'm only exposed to the towers and the hills from there. There he is. Alright, he's hurt. Shame that that round didn't turn out to be chambered. I should have checked for that. Okay, if he's smart, he'll relocate. If he's dumb, he'll peek at the same place. So you dipped down behind the hill. There's a valley that leads back that way. I don't think that was the same player. We'll know if we hear gunfire in a minute. But if they're working together, then that just lowers our chances further. So the good news is this pane of glass is like fully bulletproof. So I've got a good window out.
The bad news is that glass is fully bulletproof.
Also the bad news. Also bad news is that there's between 2 and 3 people in the hills, and judging by the lack of gunfire, they're working together.
I think I did that at work once, where I went up and someone's like, so I got good news and bad news after looking at it. Well, good news, none of the tires are worn out. The bad news is the brakes are worn out. So we gotta pull the tire off anyways to get at the brake. It's like, oh, fuck. It's like, yeah, it's alright.
Now, what are the odds that these people just scamper off now that I've shot them 2 or 3 times apiece? Not good.
I don't think you know how the internet works. You get shot at, you must puff out your chest like an iron wall and walk towards them with Gordon Ramsay's rage in your eyes. You just killed one of
She's not wrong, though. I feel that image viscerally. I understand what she is putting down.
Pick it up when I'm laying down.
Okay, Now then, he didn't have a backpack, so he was just here to murder people. Okay, Magul.
You just said Google, and I was like, Google where?
Tell me where they're at, Magul.
5 negative. Oh my.
Do you see anyone, Magul? All right, Magul didn't see anyone.
I mean, you didn't see anyone.
Yeah, it means exactly what it means.
Hey, there you go. Hey, Abdul. What do you see? I don't see anything. Alright, he said he doesn't see anything.
The fact that Magul didn't absorb any more bullets is probably a good sign that at least some of them moved away. Either that or they were all closing in close enough that they no longer have line of sight on the top. The amount of patience that guy must have had to crawl up here making as little noise as he did, wild. Is that a head over there? Or is that just a visual thing? This is what binoculars need to be around for. Just a visual thing. I heard another soft footstep.
Are you sure it wasn't a bird running towards you?
It might have been.
It's so funny. I moved a bunch of shit around so I could clean up the kitchen and run the RoboVac, the RoboVac. And Samba was in the kitchen at the time, making growling noises into the hollow part of the table. And I have a video of that. Miley got it. I turned on the vacuum and as it's like rolling out of its little spot, you see him kind of scuttle off back into the living room.
So a thought occurs to me. I don't know for sure that the two on the mountains on that side were working together. Because one of them was shooting at me so silenced, and I couldn't even hear it. So he had like a high-end silencer. So he might have murdered the other one, and I would never know.
This is a possibility.
Also, fun fact, birds beat doing fast work. Just letting you know.
This is a good thing.
This is not a good thing when you're trying to use the phone and you're picking up the other hand.
But you make an adequate perch. This is high praise.
You know, voice channel text is the noise. It makes growly noises into the hollow part under the table, so it echoes.
The game has decided that I'm not eating muesli today. Cat food it is. So the longer we go in, the lower the chance that he is actually still out there waiting for me. because not very many players carry food and water into raids.
Do you carry food and water into raids?
I sure do, and I just refreshed myself. I'm also at half health and feeling very much like a rat in a cage. It might even be a cage of my own design, and I would never know. Dual lights. Huh. Yeah. That's life.
Wait, I looked away and what?
I'm here, don't worry.
Game crash.
What are you doing?
So, I guess that counts as death. I got killed by the anomalies of that one. So next up's Into the Radius.
Like playing.
Okay, so it looks like you put something into your backpack.
Yeah, I was letting go of an optic into my backpack. Crash. So, the game does some weird things with physics, and I had accidentally weaponized a few of them a couple of times. I wouldn't be surprised if the backpack decided that it needed to go at the speed of light away from me or towards me. For instance, 50-50 chance if you have a knife in a sheath and you put it into a backpack, that knife and the sheath, and possibly the backpack, will go at light speed directly away from your hand.
So, what you're saying is this is the weekend getaway home playing.
Yeah.
I remember watching someone, they were doing stuff on Space Engineers. They had some doors closing or whatever, and the way they had it closed was a little bit different. Because the doors like almost closed and hit like the center block that has it all closed. The whole thing just, the whole platform just moves away like as fast as it can go.
Okay. And we're back. Now, we'll keep counter of how many deaths.
I'm just hanging out. I'm actually, wasn't bad. I actually managed to get something from Amazon the same day, which is wild here.
This seems like a good way to keep track of how many deaths. 1 death.
Just throw a knife at your wall there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, babe, the picture I sent you of my now open vision pistol, it's mounted. The sight is mounted. It's just mounted sideways.
Wait, why did you mount it sideways?
Because that's how the mount is. No, that's just how it is. So the frame mount I have attaches on the left side of the pistol where the slide lock normally would be. The reason I was able to buy
Attention.
it is because
This
it doesn't
is
really work
UNPSC
for a
emergency
right-handed
guidance
shooter.
recording L1-61. If you are
On the
listening to
left
this,
side gun.
you are most likely suffering from one or
Conveniently,
more of the
I
following
happen to be a
conditions:
left-handed shooter
a sense of displacement,
in the
disorientation,
Actionair class.
memory loss, ataxia, and visual auditory hallucinations. Please remain calm. You are experiencing the adverse effects of prolonged exposure to the Picturesque radius. This recording was placed here by the UNPSC to guide affected personnel to safety. Inside this
That's
emergency
intensive.
cache, you will find
It's
a
actually
basic
really,
survival
really
kit
nice
that will get you to the
because
nearest
it's
research
super
outpost.
close to the
Enter
barrel.
the fog to find it.
Of course, we're not going into the fog.
So less overall adjustments needed.
Doing this at night might not be the smartest idea.
Wait, well, did you go into the radius at night? Yeah, I was about to. that's what I'm asking. Like, why?
The rifle is
Well, you see, when a mommy night and a daddy night love each other very much.
I am way too used to relying on threshold protection, which doesn't work for most cases anymore. And also because,
Did they catch that?
yeah, they've redefined what a threshold is. Now, in order for it to count, it needs to not just be like a doorway, it needs to be a place where people have lived and slept. So, like, large portions of houses don't even count. At least that's what it seems like so far.
I.e., you cannot abuse mechanics.
Yeah. There's very, very few places which are genuinely safe anymore.
This person posts some of the funniest shit around. Could the alien overlord who control my life put the woo-woo option tonight? Thank you. Great. Love it.
I can't see anything.
Why didn't you bring your flashlight?
Because I don't have one right now.
That sounds like a personal problem. Just saying. I don't mean to intrude, but
Murdered a man, bro.
It's okay. I got a candy bar, a grenade, and 7 bullets. I'll be just fine.
I'd agree. Or is it a nightmare? We're not sure yet.
I'm pretty sure which one it is.
An afternoon.
So it's 10 p.m. I've got a candy bar, which is 1 bar of. But then I would be going into the factory, into the dangerous area at night. I don't see the sleep option in here anymore. Did they remove the bed? There it is. We will be very slow, but we'll be able to see things. Sun's coming up.
I'm surprised you are not being more careful in this area, considering you almost died at least half a dozen times.
My Iron Man rebuild runs have gotten me very blasé about how I move through this kind of danger.
Hi, Lemonalva, come in.
Hello. If you want to participate in the conversation by voice, !Discord. If not, just stick around and chat. We're always happy to have more people lurking or engaging. Okay, so at least the run isn't completely scrapped because I'm not doing the one life run for this go round.
I don't think I've seen that green fog before. What is that?
Radioactive gas, I believe.
Looks like they actually added it to the right eye because that's
It's
all
not a real thing.
Radioactive gas?
Yeah, isn't it normally a light wave?
Do you want me to walk you through radioactivity? So the radioactive particles themselves are in a gaseous form, causing them to be problematic in that way. You can breathe radioactive gas, and it will irradiate you from the inside out, even if the type of irradiation is normally more or less harmless. I don't like that he was talking to us.
Lightwolf, is this mod? I don't believe you play this game modded at all.
I have not yet played this game modded. The closest I came to modding this was the one life runs, where games deleted.
Yes, the infamous Iron Man runs. Some runs lasted
Five
many a
rounds.
night, where others lasted all but 10 minutes. No offense.
No, you're right, you're right.
Oh,
I mean, that's just what it is, not offensive.
Just go. Leave me alone. Get out of here. Go back to your patrol zones, please.
It's been a while. I don't actually recognize what. Is that the tank?
Nope. But they've upped enemy search intelligence. They're sitting outside of the room right now.
Oh, I can see their shadow. How many bullets do you have?
3. And 2 grenades. Like, if I had time to rummage through my backpack and get out all the shotgun slugs, Dead Me's backpack, then I could have a chance of fighting these guys. Not a good chance, definitely not in the dark like this. But I would have a chance. As is, I'm a little bit stuck. How long before they go about their business, do you think? So there's one outside the room, one outside the building, and one on that side of the exterior wall. Well, I'm gonna set up camp here then. This is as good a cramped, dark corner as any. I don't know what I am grabbing out of my backpack, but I know I'm grabbing things. That's a magazine of some kind. Another mag. That's a shotgun slug of some kind. Paper. So the way that this style works that we're playing right now, this is ordinary, like hard mode. The penalty for death is you need to go and get all of the stuff from your corpse. And if you don't get it before the tide, odds are good that it's not going to be there when it comes back. That is, every 3 days there's a tide that comes in and out. Slugs, that we need those. That's buckshot. The used regen crystal. That's a flare. Do you think I can distract them with the flare? We'll give it a try. That one certainly is. The thing that actually has enough oomph to make this survivable is the shotgun. Yep. And even then, it's an unupgraded shotgun, so it's only got a 3-round tube. We need this. I will put that there for now. Nine by 19 plus P. FMJ.
Are you using the artifacts like?
Yep.
You know what? No, it works. It works.
Chest lamp. Gas mask. That's our emergency solution. Suppressed pistol. Tokarev. Heal stick. Heal stick. Slugs. Slugs. Buckshot. Machete. Lighter. Mission object. I think it might have almost alerted on us. I need to stop leaning to the right. Detector. Shotgun. Flashlight. Flashlight. Okay. Detector. Okay. Let's give it a try, shall we? Please go investigate the flare and not me.
Why would anybody investigate the flare though?
Because I asked really nicely?
No, like incentive.
Incentive is very kind words. A high five.
Hey there. Welcome to the stream. We're in a situation. Oh, one of the patch notes did say that they fixed grenade physics. So do we open with the grenade or the shotgun, do you think? Apparently grenades still overpressure kill you indoors.
Oh my god. I was just waiting for it to happen. Did I know about it? No. But I was sure something would go wrong.
The grenade did feel a lot better throwing. And they say that you'll no longer be damaged by explosion through objects. But I remember something vaguely about overpressure and explosive damage being separate.
So do you think you can get... Wait, you're just gonna go back without any...
When we get back, I'll throw another knife into the wall.
Well, yes, but... There was still two more, right?
Yep. Unfortunately, I don't have any other gear to take with me.
You had some knives.
That is true. Probably should have taken a knife just to deal with the danger spaghetti. At least the one that was in the building is dead. Yep, we are on max difficulty with the settings that you would expect with that. Having successfully completed a one life run on max difficulty, now we are going back to into the radius to get more feels. Okay, so that guy is facing that way. So we have to go around right. But fortunately, one of the anomalies just triggered an explosion in another zone. If we're really lucky, they'll all go and investigate. I don't think we're that lucky. Okay, that's problematic.
Spaghetti wants to give you a hug.
It does. Okay. So we've got that one there. He's at least facing away from us now.
I'm the quite the shadow clone. You go completely around.
Okay, we're back. This time around, we're going to do it right.
So remember how I said use your grenade?
Uh-huh.
Let's not use the grenade this time, okay?
Okay, I'll do my best to not do that this time. That seems like a reasonable approach.
Especially in
Inside a building.
yeah.
This time around, we did get some artifacts early, so we're getting some good light. And while I'm thinking about it, we could test if the lighter still doesn't trigger enemy aggro.
Well, after.
You're right, after the shotgun is in hand.
Yeah.
How's the durability? Decent. That shotgun is going to be a corner piece of this run, especially since they fixed the side saddle. Okay, now I need to know this. Which tips? Plain. There is a magazine in here with 3 armor-penetrating rounds in it. I need to know where that is. This might be overwhelming. Let's find out. Too bright. Too bright.
Why haven't you got a PPSH or AK-74 or something like that?
Is that a question from the chat or from you?
From the chat.
Because it is too early for me to be able to afford those. Feeding those things is rough. This is just after the acquired tape recorder mission. We're still technically in that mission because I have yet to get home safely. We got murked by a shotgun man who was standing in this corner, and I didn't realize he was in here. And since then, we've been on recovery. There it is.
And I believe this is recovery round 2, electric boogaloo.
Yes. First round we got in, but then our enemies refused to leave us alone. You know, as enemies do. Shotgun shells are cheap and effective.
It's bulky and heavy.
Yes. Okay, so if it's the danger noodles outside. Quick, put the backpack away. Those stomps can rattle loose pins inside of grenades.
Wait, what?
That stomping anomaly can rattle loose pins from grenades. If like you have grenades on your chest or in your backpack, you'll hear the tink sound and go like, "Is that the sound of a grenade?" And then yes, it was the sound of a grenade.
But only if your backpack is out.
Yeah, only if the grenades are like out, either in your hand or like in the environment. Like once the backpack's sealed up and on your back, I don't know, vibration dampening or something. I don't make the rules. I just have to live with them.
Shadow's asking, why are you going all the way out there? I thought you didn't have to go to the factory until level 3. First of all, Nightwolf is a pacifist. And then he can answer the rest.
So my path goes this way, thereby bringing me by the M9, and also a quick run through that side, which we did stealthily. We would have gotten away with it if not for Shotgun Man sitting in the middle of the dark. I didn't even realize that he was in there until the double barrel shotgun went off in my face. They made some serious changes to kind of a lot of things in this game is since the one life run. Yeah, you know what? You're close enough. You've earned this. All right, let's get home. Throw 2 knives into the wall. No, 1 knife.
I was about to say.
I only died inside the second time. And once we get this tape recorder back, then we can probably afford armor. I swear, level 1 anomaly zone doesn't change much. And I think that's a disservice to players who get used to the idea that these fields don't change.
Aren't you one of those players?
Rifles Thomas is always 100% not nice.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I have never been punished by not realizing that anomaly fields changed. Not once. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Okay. And can you pull up some of the clips?
Nature foot. Hi, nature.
I have no idea what you said, but I know you were complaining.
I am.
All right, when we're home.
Because I have pending activities to fulfill.
Oh, by the way, Caitlin, I showed my coworkers that video and they love the bird.
What, the Flareon?
No, the bird.
Oh, the bird. Yes, the bird's hilarious. I was gonna say, the Flareon copy pasta is pretty adorable.
No, no, I would never. No.
Okay. Let's start emptying out things for sale. Mom seems to have had a rough day again. Someone stole the tape recorder the staff got for the manager's birthday. The thing was hidden in the factory office. Not the safest place, if you ask me. And so the staff went on arguing whether to call the cops or chip in for another gift until, damn, he found out. Yeah, sounds rough enough. Okay. So we're going to deliver the tape recorder. Now we're security level 3. Physics is silly sometimes. You know, I'm not going to repair those magazines yet. We're going to empty out the rest of our stuff, do a little bit of organization. Oh, one thing that I will do, though, is we're going to upgrade this guy. Mm-hmm. So we're going to get an extended tube and decrease spread. Realistically speaking, this thing has the oomph to kill everything up until demons. It just... Did everything apply correctly? Yeah, we're good. Into the random magazine shelf. Yep. We now have 2 in the wall. Glock mags. M9. I think if we have the money after getting our armor, stepping up to the M9 makes a lot of sense. It's just very versatile, reasonably accurate, and good at what it does. but we're unlikely to be able to step up to an assault rifle, an AP ammunition, or plus P, basically anything. Which leaves us with shotgun slugs. 2 mags.
Oh, welcome in, Liminal.
Hey, welcome. Chuck things around. There's definitely a lot more crunch than there used to be in this game. I think they're straining their game engine a little bit. We've got a few more things to get rid of.
Alright, y'all. I'm gonna go get some soupware.
Enjoy, enjoy. Tell us how it is. What kind of soup?
Not soup. I'm actually gonna go and get crunch wrap from Taco Bell because I could use a cleansing.
Are you gonna get some of that lava sauce?
I don't think that's really available here, unless it's a new thing.
I mean, it came back. Hold on. If it is, you need to get some.
If it is, I'll ask if they can put it in the crunch wrap.
It's like an extra, well, it's an extra $1 here in the US. I don't know what it is in Canada.
Oh, it's probably like $3.
Damn!
I've never had this thing. What is it?
Lava sauce?
Yeah.
Okay, so, oh my god, back, god, how long ago? Like, you feel old, like 16 years ago, they
That
had
was
these,
alive.
there was, red taco shells, and this thing called lava sauce. It was like a really cheesy, spicy sauce.
Mm-hmm.
It's
You're just
really
unlocked
good.
reverse poor memory.
Look, I used to eat this shit all the time with my friends. Not so much a core memory, but
A memory core.
Donation to Pet the Memory Core.
let's build additional pylons.
Build more memory cores.
Gotta download
Here
some
for
more
you.
RAM.
Okay.
You're on your way.
For those of you in chat who don't understand, that is Pylon speaking.
Wait, is this real?
Who knows? Might be on dollars.
Is this just a fantasy?
No. Wait, did really he do this?
Oh, probably.
Did he even Seagal as a producer?
What? What now?
Steven
What did America
Seagal as
do?
Minister of Defense.
Goddamn America.
No.
What the?
No. Steven Seagal is loves Russia, so he's been like indoctrinated into Russia.
Oh, this can only. Okay.
Wait, I want a link to this.
Okay, $5,000 down the drain.
Casually, $5,000.
Boy, I wish I could just drop $5,000 down the drain.
Isn't that just their privilege though?
I make so many $2 donations once every 3 months.
Not even.
So we got the big box. That's 8,000.
Okay, it looks like it's as a joke.
Oh,
But
one of those
still,
like at this point, Putin should just hire Steven Seagal as a defense minister. He'll really teach them how to shoulder those M4s.
So I could do.
anyways, babe, go get your food.
Okay, yeah. Do I want change? Yeah.
So it'd be 5,000 for that.
The sneakers add to it.
Are you in a dress and sneakers?
I'm still in it. Well, no, I put it back on now.
Yeah, do it.
With the sneakers, right?
Yeah,
Because I don't have any good shoes to go with it.
We'll do some good. We'll do some shoe shopping when I'm up there.
Okay. Then this. You.
Honestly, this is one of the painstaking things I've ever did in my character development. River, you think it's fair?
Sorry, what you did?
One of the painstaking moves that I ever did in development.
Will you like to show?
Yes, sir.
Please show the class.
That's. I'm tempted.
Do you have enough snacks in there for the whole class? Justin?
Alright.
Flag for sure.
So I decided to look back at voice channel text here, and I was hit with "Slap Me Daddy Ooh Woo" of an MP5 charging handle, and yes, that is great. I have very few words other than I approve this message.
There you go, River.
River, you're a national treasure.
I love it. As a small kind of related aside to that, to prove this is a real thing, I have an airsoft version of an MP5. The nylon, it's made of like a weaker plastic than the real one,
Mm-hmm.
and the upper receiver from the HK slapping the shit of it so much because HK. I cracked the top of the receiver. Now it's not dangerous to the actual thing because it's airsoft. So then I took some stainless steel walking wire and it's what keeps the barrel straight. And this is all because I couldn't not stop slapping the shit out of my HK.
What is your feedback on it?
Ye-
It's pretty good, but why are you flying?
To show it off,
Okay.
because it makes it easier. Otherwise, it's a pain in the ass.
Down here in America land, someone tried to sell me an MP5 once purely based on how satisfying it was to slap it.
Did you buy it?
No,
Oh.
because it was like $3,000. But
Oh yeah, HK guns are super expensive. It's that German good and tight engineering.
Are you sure you good and tight?
Yes, the German torque, good and tight.
I hate it.
That is a staple. That is a staple in engineering maintenance. And then when you go to automotive, it's two ugga duggas. That is
Not
standard.
wrong.
That is standard
No,
torque.
you're not
It's two
wrong.
ugga duggas.
You're not wrong. That's the worst part.
I know I'm not wrong. I work in both industries.
God damn it.
this is going to be with us for at least a while. So I think it's worth upgrading.
It is not my fault that I have been allowed to corrupt your minds with the simplest of thoughts and my obsessive fluidness, okay?
I swear.
It's been too long.
I swear I just heard you respond to River saying I'm sorry.
There it is.
I've infected you with lewdness with tripping hazard. No, fucking hazard.
He calls me an SCP hazard.
Oh, that's where the name change comes from in the server.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I am apparently SCP-4960. Go ahead and Google that if you want.
I don't want to.
That is human bias.
Okay.
There are many things of which you do not Google on the internet.
All right, we got a handgun. I need to put a sight on this.
So, and the containment level is pickle, right?
Containment level is pickle.
Yeah,
First off, yes. Second off, you right. Third off, I'm gonna go get food.
fourth, you are correct.
I'm back to the bench.
So I found the micro sample containers. I need to sell those. Alright, now I remember this. Heavy helix. In and out. Paparazzi. Mimic policeman. Seeker. I think Seeker's the danger spaghetti. When you get the danger noodles coming your way, you need to pay attention. Okay, so basically all of these are within the same strike area, so we can get most of these out of the way very quickly. Okay. And the heavy helix is spawned whether it gives us the mission or not. So we just need to strike there on our way. So we'll go through, we'll clean up, we'll get all of the like radius bits from there. Pop off 2 and 3. I've got enough FMJ that I can just run with that. Or I can use up some of the buckshot while I'm at it. I wonder if they've ever fixed sight alignment. All right. Let's kick it.
You have your regeneration.
Yep.
You have your cleaning rod.
Yep. Cleaning rod, paper. Yeah, enough ammunition, spare regen crystal, camera. The cameras for the missions?
Whatever object you need for the mission.
Yes.
You have full health.
I'm glad that someone is making me think of these things. After this run of things, I'll spring for a headlamp.
Oh, speaking of,
Yep. So for our route, I need to take a picture of Danger Noodle and Mimic Policeman. We'll start here and then work our way back. No, we'll start at M2 and work our way up. That's just a sample. Oh, a charger, okay. Screw the game's terminology, I have my own terms.
You can no longer be friends.
oh, bye. Wait a minute. You just looked up my name and left?
No, that was 7 minutes ago.
Oh.
Damn it, River just looked up for it. We're indivisible.
To be fair, I don't even know how old they are.
Please don't say that
Is my chat wheel frozen? I haven't seen any comments since the slap me daddy charging handle.
No, nothing
No,
else has been
nothing
happening.
else.
Okay.
Let me have some egg. Give me some egg. There's some egg.
Man, stepping up from any of the early Soviet era pistols to the M9 is just very satisfying.
One stuff that you called, just spider web?
Death web?
Death web. Is it like only in the daytime or nighttime?
That stuff is everywhere, all the time, but it can't appear in this first zone, at least not for a while. Right, we'll use up some of that buckshot. So it's somewhere between the two. There it is. Next up is M3. I believe that's metastases. Yep.
You get to summon the demon or kill the wedding party.
Oh, that's down the road a bit.
Standard US deployment.
C4?
Yeah.
Wind down C4.
No, but does it like is it so easily produced that all American soldiers just have C4 on them?
It's used commonly in basically everything. I wouldn't say that every U.S. soldier has C4, but I would say that every infantry unit certainly has access to it in large amounts.
Considering you're playing Final Fantasy, how did that question arise?
We're not playing Final Fantasy though.
Oh, okay.
What are you playing now?
Battlefield.
Uh,
Our main battle tank stood in the middle of the field and got C4.
Then definitely. Also, Light Wolf, I have a present for you in voice channel chat.
is it the kind that I can show to the stream?
Yes.
Okay, let me kill this police officer and I'll be right with you.
Let me kill the police officer.
You're welcome.
This is a good one. All right, this is
Get on ITR. I don't know what IT.
Into the radius.
Never a bad thing to be playing.
it's a pretty good game, and if you want, you can play along with me and compare how we do.
I mean, it's a VR game, isn't it?
It is a VR game, and it's a single-player VR game. But it's always is nice to hear somebody else panicking while you're playing a game. Just occasionally you'll hear threats that aren't there. But I mean, you always do in the radius.
Take it in reverse. I have
What did you do?
I have Bob on a pen. Bob's the left, but I changed.
Oh, awesome.
It's way too late in the evening for breakfast. Just have some lead.
35 hours in. Light Wolf here has completed the game on Iron Man Hardcore.
Yeah, one life. It took me a lot of tries, but I am very familiar with most of the game's core mechanics now.
I'm starting to like the new view. So green, quiet. Would be nice to move here.
It has been a minute since I've played, so there are things that are escaping me. M1. Clean up. We got a day, 11 hours, and 17 minutes until the next tide.
I don't understand like binoculars a little bit.
They don't glint and they help you see things and spot things? Hmm. Is it worth killing the Ghost Prime here? About 7 bullets of ammunition expenditure. Close on me, please. Six. Now I just need a headshot and we'll be at the 7 predicted. I completed the game off the back of an AUG, then backed it up with a M14. What's your preferred weapon? I wanted to like the Deliverance, I really did, but it doesn't line up very well with my physical stock. So it's difficult to get that long-range accuracy that the thing's kind of going for. I'm charging it. We're already at 31 kilograms. By the time we exit this space, we're going to be pretty heavy. I wish that we could mount a light to the shotgun. We might be able to, and I might just be misremembering it. But I don't think we can. What time of day? 22, 23. I have been looting nearly enough food. Once we're done with this, I'll head back into that closed-in area and we can see if we can get some quick food. Even if it is just the first area, I don't want to challenge a kill mission at night. And once we're inside and in relative safety, I'll unspin here. The cable's getting a little bit tight. I went to the Glock 18 much earlier than you, it sounds like. For me, it was my close-range anti-demon panic weapon. I think the game calls them sliders. I call them demons.
Demons are a much more accurate thing. Happy Williams, any updates on Insta-Radiance? There's a couple that went through.
Yeah, since I've played, there's been a good number. I don't know when you last played, but if it's been a while, give it a shot. Here's hoping for a food cache. If we find a can of beef or similar, then we'll just sleep off the night and we'll deal with the things we need to kill in the morning. If not, then I might risk it. We are, after all, only in Area 1 still.
Any massive changes, like a new place? I don't believe any new.
They said that there's been location updates. What that means, I don't know.
You can't abuse the thresholds anymore.
That is true. The AI has undergone significant improvement.
Can't wait to see you go back to the train yard.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, because I believe you only got past that because of the thresholds.
Although context is a little bit different on One Life runs and here.
True. At least you know the puzzle, the secret to the puzzle.
True. I just need to remember how to switch the color on the lights.
We spent, what, 2 hours?
Mm-hmm.
AI was pretty good even before the update. I mean, better than the other games. Yeah, the AI in this game is freaking scary.
Now, the way it hunts you has been improved. How it handles those doorways and entrances has been improved. And, like, when I first played this game, it took me a long time to realize that AI wasn't stupid, but it was, like, not going over the thresholds of buildings. Now they go over the thresholds of most buildings, and as far as I can tell, there's very few areas which are deemed safe. Of course, they won't enter any of the shelters still, it seems like. For that, we can be grateful. We got our can of beef, so we can wait until morning to do the attack.
Don't you have the, what is it? I'm blanking on the name. The washing over thing?
The tide.
Yes. Coming soon?
We got 1 day and 6 hours. So it's coming. It'll be here soon, but we should be good to wait until morning to deal with it.
Welcome back, babe.
Cuckoo, cheese, and back it.
The AI is also much more, I guess patient is the word that I want to use now. If you screw up and get yourself found, they will hunt you, trap you in an area, and then wait you out. In a few of my no-life runs, I would end up like waiting inside of towers overnight and just until the enemies went away and went back to their home zones. Doesn't seem like they really do that anymore. Yeah, they trapped me in a bathroom for 2 days at the start of this run. I successfully stealth looted most of the factory, and then I got ambushed by a gunner hiding in one of the sheds with where the lights was turned off, like in a zone where they just didn't go previously. But he was just chilling in the dark, didn't make a sound until he blew my head away with a shotgun. Came back to get my stuff, and then they trapped me in there. I'll trade 6 hours of sleep for not having to repair the armor. Alright. Not even too bad on stamina. Oh, side saddles have also been fixed, so you can use the shotguns much more easily now. So I need a charger and the neon. To the village. Village spits out there. Yep. It is an enormously popular game that only just came out, and it's only $15 to start with. I had more runs ended by those electrical anomalies than anything else in this game. Demons and zap zaps are like the number one killers in this game, bar none. Oh, they're talking about BattleBit. If you haven't heard of it, it is a passion project by 3 developers who realized that there were no good Battlefield games coming out. So they made their own. And it's better than anything that EA has made in the last decade.
It does look like Roblox.
I guarantee you that all sniper players would rather play Battlefield.
They do seem to dislike a lot of the sniper players. The scope glint mechanic is huge. Although, with the medium range scopes, it's not a huge deal, I don't think. I see a charger over there. I was hoping that I would be able to get a picture from here. Was that just my threat radar being overactive? Was it just a read? Nope. It's got a lot of the same feels as Battlefield 4, except like the cool gadgets of a lot of like Battlefield 2 Special Forces, and it's got a lot of good feel to it. So basically, everyone who's been disappointed by Battlefield in the last however long has been playing it. Doesn't hurt that it's only $15, but I think they sold beyond their wildest expectations. 127 versus 127 per side. Alright, that's the heavy helix. And we're up to 41 kilos of weight. Next up, M5. Uh-huh. I don't know, tell me. Worth a giggle, worth a giggle.
Time for Starbound?
So to the north of the village. There's the death web. I'm told that they increased its visibility, particularly to observers. So you guys should be able to see over there all of the death web between the trees. But the stuff is nearly two-dimensional, so if you see it from the wrong angle, you basically don't see it.
There's a couple more bosses. Oh, I can see it now. I would definitely not be able to see that at night. That was my one gripe, is that I can never like watch you run into that on accident. So Ooh, thank you very much.
Was it a robot?
Yeah.
You do be frying water.
I was standing in front of my freezer.
Frying water.
Thank you so much for the follow.
Yes, welcome to the whale party.
We do have good parties here.
Oh my, I'm so sorry. Werewolf, don't die in the swamp.
I will do my very best not to.
You will respawn as an ogre. You're welcome.
Okay, I've got at least 2 bullets to help deal with this danger noodle. Don't need it. Ow. Don't stand up too high.
Did you just hurt yourself IRL?
No, there's a distortion anomaly immediately above my head.
Oh.
That puts me at 44 kilos. I think it's worth it for the sale value when we get back home. We'll shine them up and sell them each, and hopefully that will enable us to afford some more ammunition. Before we go into the village proper, which part of why I've been so silent is so I don't have to fight all of the cops from the village. It freaks me out when things go through things. Extra flavorful. I don't know how much of that was actually visible, but I felt like a badass, and that's what's important. Another regen crystal. That's huge. Those, I don't think I've ever found one outside of that field in the factory area. And that's the neon. And now we can go home. I think we're weighed down enough. We're certainly moving very sluggishly now. Let's try and get over the hill before the cops see us. Death web. Death web here. This tree. Can I go around to the right of it? And back home we go. 6 missions completed. Now it turns into an ASMR stream for however long it takes me to clean all the guns.
And now, for the squeamish, look away. The part of the stream that involves Lightwolf organizing chaos is about to commence.
All right.
Take action?
Yeah. There's over, under, and side-by-side brake actions. They used to be basically unusable because the side saddle was broken. Now the side saddle's working, these would be a really good early game option. There's an argument for them over my pump action shotgun, which I enjoy. Plus, they just look classy as hell. River, I am surprised at your restraint. Okay. That's enough cleaning for 1 minute. I start dumping things. $1.7K for that. Where's the camera at? Okay, we'll start with other things. See you, Pylon. Am I just being really blind?
That is a possibility.
It's possible that I disappeared or that I dropped it somewhere along the way. Heavy helix.
Did you put it in a different pocket?
I've only got the two. I was just really good at burying it deep in the pocket. God damn it, River. All right, 7.3 grand.
You just stated I'm right.
Operation Cleanup in Permavoy. Easy enough. So this is the... That's the difficult one. How much time do we have left before the next 20 hours? So I'm going to do a sleep until the next tide. This is going to be difficult. Especially with the enemies aggressively hunting us better than they used to. SKS, Mosin, and Tiger suppressors. NATO. AK pistol. So I'm gonna have a sit by the fire and contemplate the best way to do this. My inclination is to grab a Mosin and then make it a long-range fight where I have a distinct advantage. But I haven't found any, which is a little bit surprising. Normally by now I've come across at least one.
Maybe they nerf the spawn rate?
Wouldn't be surprising. It is a very useful utility. I don't think I can reliably shotgun slug out to a couple hundred yards.
Well, you definitely can't scope on the shotgun, right?
It's got a red dot. I could make do. But the shotgun shells drop, and I know that there's some amount of mechanical inaccuracy. I could buy a Mosin, but then I'm down $5,500 before upgrading to assault rifles sometime thereafter, or some variety of superior sniper rifle. I think I might just have to fight it out. I can afford to take the risk since I'm not doing the one life. I think my best route in might actually be through Bolotki village and then around to the north and then to the bomb fragment instead of trying to fight up through the factory like I normally do. Then I can cut it from there and keep everything at more compressed ranges. Alright. We have the plan. Spawn up into the factory. Factory north and down. I'm not gonna spring for a sniper rifle. But I will go ahead and get another M9 magazine. I have a feeling we're going to need it before this is over. "54 minutes until the tide. This it'll be done when we wake up. Alright, let's kick it. I'm overweight considerably. What am I overweight with? This is a mission that is very tight on the weight limit. Oh well, if it comes to it, we'll start dropping things.
I'm sorry, the loot goblin, Light Wolf, is gonna drop things?
Trust me.
No, I don't trust you on this. I have watched you slug it through the swamp area, 10 kilograms overweight.
Hey, what can I say? There was at least several $100 worth of things that needed to be brought home. Now we can... I think I will actually tag on some additional stuff to this. It's costly, but at the very least we can use all of these attachments later as well. And now the shotgun can be used in the dark.
Explorer, you don't have a mission.
Thank you, voice. I didn't pick any missions. Pure white today. I've been spotted. Man, Titan spread does wonders. But I'm not sure it's good enough for that shot. That one doesn't necessarily need to die. I feel bad for those shadows that are trying to shoot me as I flee with Makarovs. I know the pain of using a Makarov. Yeah, this is a little bit tighter than I want.
My brain went down a fucking gutter too, don't worry.
Okay, we're attracting attention from all over the zone with that comment.
A little tight.
I don't even know what to say. I'm dropping these left and right today.
You're being converted, it's fine.
No, I'm not even realizing what I'm saying until it's out of my mouth, and I'm like, oh, they're being very restrained out there.
The conversion is 90% complete. It's when you intentionally start saying it is when the conversion is complete and you are a full degenerate on the internet.
Someone somewhere I know is about to trigger some clips.
Good luck, someone somewhere.
Okay. So now we get a choice between low ground and high ground. I'm thinking low ground. We can stop by this anomaly field, hopefully get another regen crystal. Headshot. Be proud of my knife throw. Now, if we're really lucky, the sniper up here didn't hear that. If we're even more lucky, there's a grenade in here that I can just drop to the bottom of the ladder. There is not. Hello.
First time I've seen you in here.
It's not the first time.
All right.
Clips and highlights, folks.
Oh, there you go. Like you got your wish.
I think you've misconstrued my wish. Every time I stream the emo and I say something, I have flashbacks to when I called out that
That one man.
that one man that one time.
Oh, wait. Are you talking about?
That's the one.
Short enough that Reggie will catch.
All right. Every time we finish this mission, we come back too heavy to move. So I'm going to resist the temptation to loot every anomaly field.
Thirdly, how are you alive in the lane? Okay.
Oh, and I will post this one too. Because I had it open and I never saved it. It is the error backpack not found.
It can go in the Curses of Tabor playlist. God, those things take so many shots. I wonder if they changed AP and plus P ammunition characteristics, because we bounced a lot more shots off that than I would have thought. That was 7 shots to get in. Old average kill was like 2 shots. But those guys also have a whole bunch more health. I don't know. Math. We'll stick to slugs when it gets down to it. Don't worry about it, guys. I'm just passing through. That's new. PP 2000, I think. Ow, ow. We are just gonna try and outdistance them. Can't outdistance that guy. We'll take a pause once we eliminate this sniper, and I think that's when we need to reload with slugs. All right. All right. We're loaded. River, what are your feelings on shotguns with slugs? I know your feelings on shotguns as a whole, but slug shotguns in particular.
Slug shotguns go fuck. PM.
Fair enough.
No armor.
Sorry, you were expecting a lot more in-depth.
No, that tracks. I just had my brain go and stop for a second while it tried to decide what kind of weapon to use on that situation. That situation is shotgun, and there's very little to be said about it. But you know, I've never jumped into the pit.
No, wait. You tried.
Did I?
Yes, there was a wall.
Ah. Okay, so we got that. 9x19 AP. We can compare effectiveness on the gunners and things later. So, AP versus plus P. I don't like those sounds. The deal with it is that plus P deals double damage as compared to AP. However, AP penetrates armor 100% of the time. And you're,
What are we doing? Just
Yeah, crazy.
yeah. Now, plus P penetrates better than FMJ at a rate of something on the order of 66% or 70%. I forget what the math was. But the end result was that against armored enemies, you will do more damage and kill faster with plus P, like 90% of the time. That was old math, though, and I'm not sure it's still correct.
Look, all I know is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay?
Somewhere on that valuable thing.
So that's
About time.
also a new thing. I don't think I've ever seen a sniper over there on top of the rooftops.
Lightning special or no probably not.
Damn, I'm good sometimes.
That gun should not have reached that far.
I just needed to aim 2 feet above his head. And make the iron sights do the job. I guess I'm here for a minute, because there's armor dudes closing in. And of course, shotguns are very loud, so we did just ring the dinner bell. The proverbial now all of China knows that we are here. Let's try it. And just how prevalent those shotgun slugs are is part of why we are still using the thing. Any weapon more effective than the shotgun, you will have to pay exorbitant prices for a lot of ammunition for it. Not so with the shotgun. And the shotgun's base ammunition is effective enough that we can continue to use it. Okay. So, a big question is there still a threshold up as you enter the office? Because if there is, then we can progress through the mission as we have in the past. If not, then we're going to have to watch our back the entire time we're doing this.
How are you going to test it?
I don't know.
Because it sounds like unless you have an active enemy already following you and not get attacked by spaghetti,
Neuros, excuse me.
Danger Spagoot is acceptable.
Don't you dare come straight at me, spaghetti.
Yeah.
You Gandalf this shit.
So I'm thinking the safest course of action, not knowing, is probably either going to be just sneaking it or murdering everything very violently up to the entry point. Now, I compete for some of the best shots in VR. I definitely don't compete for some of the sneakiest men.
No one thinks of you. You are like older, mad, walks up to people and's like, I am stealthing. And
I mean, River, if there's no one alive, does anyone even would dislike me?
true. By the way, Lightwolf, if you recall, their first demons here that you died to before were flying in the sky.
You are correct. But I never saw them until after this mission, I don't believe. We're going to head up to our perch. No, we're not. By the end of this, we'll have enough loot that I don't need to worry about looting the areas where I normally go. Onward, Light. Don't be a kleptomaniac today. Not today. And thusly, you have the two lights in your head arguing.
No, I don't have that problem.
Hmm. The slugs are just so good against armor. And the weapon light has so much better throw than either a simple flashlight or the pistol light. Did you not hear me? I am stealthy today. Much stealth. The sleep will come shortly then. Okay, I guess I'm gonna figure out if they can come up here after all. I'm tempted to try and throw a grenade in there.
Just run away.
Every time I'm reminded of that spot, I don't.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Exactly. Sorry, that me.
Sounds like I'm about to discover there's still a threshold on the break room. Something just hitched hard. Nope, no threshold anymore.
Why did you get this for 500 picture east?
That was really poor timing for that.
You have gone.
Well, guys,
Killed by armored medic main.
yeah. Turned out that I hadn't racked another shell into the shotgun. But that's going to be it for today, folks. I hope that you have enjoyed a little bit more of Into the Radius. And Shining, we are definitely going for the a different ending than we've seen before. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming along. As ever, I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys for popping in on the stream, saying hello, making yourself known, lurking, whatever it is you want to do. I appreciate it all so much. And as ever, be safe, and I will see you next time.